Godrick the Grafted is the ruler of Stormveil Castle, the first legacy dungeon in Elden Ring. This mandatory boss is a demigod whose body is clad by extremities taken from his previous victims. Despite his large size, Godrick is incredibly nimble, capable of using his storm-calling abilities to launch into the air or whirl massive gusts of wind. During his second phase, the disgraced lord grafts a dragon head onto his arm, spewing streams of deadly fire. Godrick is a nasty foe, but the good news is he's easier to beat than Margit The Fell Omen, at least in my opinion. However, if you're struggling to understand how to beat Godrick the Grafted, this Elden Ring boss guide will highlight a few strategies and the location of an NPC companion you can call to make the fight much more manageable. Depending on the route you take through Stormveil Castle, it's quite possible to pass by the biggest boon you'll have in the boss fight. Nepheli Loux is an axe-wielding warrior you can call upon in the battle against Godrick the Grafted. However, you'll have to speak to her before her summoning pool will appear by the fog gate. To find Nepheli, head down the large steps opposite the fog gate at the secluded cell Site of Grace. Run past the two guards accompanying the giant troll and follow the cobblestone street, being sure to grab the golden seed in the courtyard along the way so you can add another charge to your flask. After the road bends, duck into the doorway on your left and discover Nepheli standing over the corpse of a Stormveil knight. After speaking to her and exhausting all dialogue options, you can now call Nepheli to your aid before beginning the Godrick the Grafted boss fight.
I'm certain Father will permit me the fight.
After beginning the battle, summon your spirits immediately, as they will negate damage and help keep Nepheli alive as long as possible. She's capable of dealing massive amounts of damage and can be the key factor in obtaining victory. You'll need to be fairly aggressive in this boss fight, as a passive playstyle will be overwhelmed by Godrick's speed, range, and AoE damage. You should be diligent in staying behind the boss as he focuses on your companions. Godrick has several storm-calling moves. If he starts swinging his axe in the air, back away quickly. He's going to create a cyclone around his body and then finish the move with his Storm Stomp ability, which will do a ton of damage if you're in proximity. He often digs his axe into the ground right after his stomp. If he does this, prepare to dodge. He's going to hurl 2 gusts of wind at you, which will knock you back and deal a good amount of damage. If Godrick starts rolling around the arena, whether in the air or on the ground, be prepared to dodge his nasty finisher. Similar to Margit The Fell Omen, the windup on his aerial ground slam is longer than you might expect, so make sure you don't dodge the move too early. During his second phase, Godrick becomes much more fatal, grafting the head of an ancient dragon to his arm. His wind-based abilities are now imbued with flames, increasing their potency and reach. At this point, I recommend consuming a fireproof dried liver, a crafting recipe unlocked with the Armorer's Cookbook 1. If you haven't found this crafting recipe yet, it's located in the soldier camp just north of Murkwater Cave. Godrick will use a few new abilities after equipping the dragon head. His flamethrower ability deals a ton of damage, but is easy to dodge through. If you see the boss raise his dragon arm into the air, beginning to spew fire, back away immediately. He's going to torch the ground below him. If you get hit, not only do you risk being killed, but you'll also be knocked to the ground and completely vulnerable to his quick attacks. Lastly, make sure you're rolling through Godrick's regular attacks, because you never know when he's going to use the dragon head to grab you. If he does, death is almost guaranteed. Again, Nepheli is the key to winning this fight, and you need to deal as much damage as possible while she's still alive. If you're struggling to stack damage on Godrick, level up your weapon at the Round Table Hold. Remember, you can always farm additional runes to level up your character. And that's it for this Godrick the Grafted boss guide. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.